Well, what are we fixing today? Today, you get me in my chair. If you haven't read my community page or some of the other stuff, I have broken my leg. So I am stuck on the main floor of my house. I do have a stair lift to get upstairs, but I haven't tried to tackle that yet. You know, it's been 2.5 weeks. Taking things slow. Sleeping downstairs here and doing stuff like that. So, today, and probably for the next couple of videos, we are going to be working on Home Assistant, or probably Home Assistant, or some other computer-related thing. I'm going to work here. This is my where I work when I'm not on the air. You can see my kitchen behind me. I've had other videos with me in my kitchen. Is what it is. I don't have a green screen here, so it is what it is. Well, we are going to be working on my blueprint library today. It's been a minute. I think it says 9 months since I've been in there, and for certain the legacy changes have need to be tweaked, and then there's another round of legacy changes which may need to be tweaked for formatting and stuff. I don't know, I probably don't have that many templates in there, but there's some base changes that I need to make. So I'm going to start there, and then I have a number of issues from customers that are being very patient with me. I appreciate that, but let's see if we can get those cleaned up as well. So let's go take a look at the library. What do you think? There we go. This is my GitHub repository. I have a number of things here. I am going to open this one. Here's the blueprints that we're going to work on. I have both script and automation type blueprints. And they all have, if you bring them up now, you'll see that they have legacy syntax. So I'm going to switch that stuff around and edit it. I've edited my local config, that's what I did a video about, which I'll post that up here, but you'll see me do it here in this video as well. So, and this is where I suggest people come if they want to see all my blueprints. They can see them all here. You can download them with the buttons. You can do them that way. Look at them in the community page. So let's get on with this. Let's take a look what we got to do. This is VSCode. It's right at this point where my new microphone system decided to leave the chat. So from here to the rest of the video, I'm going to be doing voiceover. Sorry about that. I don't like it either. But what we're going to do here is, I'm starting to look at this and I need to know what things to edit. Now there's two ways to go about this, and I had planned to go one way and then immediately forgot it when I started doing the video. So what I decided to do off the cuff was to go back to my this red screen is my actual live instance of Home Assistant. And I know in there, you see where it says string does not match the pattern of legacy syntax. I am looking for the Home Assistant extension to VSCode code server to show me those, because that's what I'm trying to fix in this video. I'm doing that on my all my blueprints. So we're going to use the existing copy up in my live copy and just kind of test it and to understand what I need to do. And then I'm going to do it one step at a time and bring it back down into the blue screen. And the blue screen is my Home Assistant, is my blueprint library. So I've decided I need to do trigger to triggers, and I need to do platform to trigger. All right. So then, of course, I come over here and I say, oh, well, let's just start rolling. And I start, let's change this to triggers. I got this. This is going to be easy. I got this. Change this to triggers. Fine. Set up the replace. Copy this for the replace. Do a Control H. I don't know what I'm punching buttons for now. I'm like, oh, yeah, I know what I'm punching buttons for. It's like I am currently logged into the master copy. I don't want to be logged into the master copy. I don't want to change the master yet. So what I need to do is create a branch. So what GitHub allows you to do is you tell it you want to create a branch someplace where you can change things and you won't mess up the master, so that if people are trying to draw off the master, because my master is still alive to the world, so people could still grab these blueprints and use them, right? So I don't want to mess them up by having things in the middle of edit. So I'm going to go up in here and I'm going to click on there and create a branch. The branch is going to say something like legacy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's something I can remember, right? And the branch is basically a full copy of the blueprint library that is then stored separately, kept separate, and I can make my changes there. And I can store those changes for at sometime in the future when I want to merge them back into master. It works really nice, and especially if you got a bunch of people working on something, everybody can take a piece of it and they can work on it, and then when you want to test everything, you kind of merge it all back together into a dev, and then you test the dev, and then you see, okay, it's all working, we like it, and then we're going to push that up into master, so merge it in. But anyway, I've created a branch, and now what am I doing? I'm getting ready to do the edit, I guess. Not quite exactly sure. I'm just sitting there. I talk a lot. You know that. I talk a lot. So, okay. Oh, this is actually creating the branch. So I'm giving it a name. I told it to create a branch, to set that up. I'm giving it a name. And then I'm saying push this up into GitHub, into my repository. So it created a branch, pushed it up. There we go. Why is that guy walking on me? And you know what? I don't think that sign's going to stay up anyway. Why? Oh yeah, see? That sign always falls down. I wish that guy could get that sign to stay up. Anyway, we created that branch, and then we're going to come back out down here, and we're going to start doing the edits. And you'll see that the edits are basically what I tested over in my main live house thing. Change that to a 2, which of course is not an S, but I'll figure it out sooner or later that it's supposed to be S, because I don't know, S and 2 aren't anywhere near each other, but I pushed 2 anyway. And we're setting up, doing a Control H, and we're setting up the replace, putting in platform, and changing it to trigger. So this round of edits will change trigger to triggers, then platform to trigger. And once I hit that button there, they're going to start changing. Bloop, 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 bloop. Come back to that one. And oops, yep, see, it's an S. It's not a 2. Got it. All right, on to the next file. And we're going to fast forward now. I wish I could do this real time this fast. That would sure save some time. But as it is, at 12x, this takes me about 20 seconds. So it doesn't take too long in real time either, really. It takes some time, not real bad. And since there are no triggers in scripts, we don't even have to look at them. So, done. What's next? Let's go back to my home instance and see what's the next one that pops up as a legacy, crappy, whatever, don't know what I'm doing thing. red. Remember, red's my home thing. So we're going to scroll down, and we're going to look for another one of those errors that the extension tells us about. Right there. Service. Service needs to be changed to action. So, change it to action. Over there, that worked. Come over here. And what you didn't see was we jumped ahead a little bit because, yeah, I messed up on the screen. But that's okay. You don't need to see it anyway. You'll get to see some of them. I did figure out here that I need to change some of the text that's in the descriptions as well as in the code, because some of the descriptions will make a lot more sense if you use actions or action there instead of service, because service doesn't really, it's legacy and it doesn't really fit. So I'm just trying to decide which of these need to go in to be actions. Here it says there are action selectors instead of service selectors and stuff like that. So, all right, I'm going to get down here and we're going to do our first one. I have the Control H set up, actions, and not that one. We don't want that one. We're going to find one that we need. Oh. No, maybe. No, not the action selector. That's right. We don't want to change that one. Keep looking. Otherwise, I think they'll stay the same. We'll find one here. Not too long. Nope, that stays the same because that's something I made. That's my word action, loop action, off action. Ah, there's one right there. So now we're going to click down to it and we're going to select the do it once. Boom. And next file. Boom. Now we're going to go fast forward again. Back to the 12x, 12 times speed. Looking for all those that look like that one that I showed you. There's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one. Nice, right? Don't you wish you could do this real time like that? And the difference with actions is there's going to be some in the scripts, I believe. Okay, we just looked at all the automations and we're doing some checking. No, there won't be any in scripts because that says sequence there for whatever reason. I probably should say actions. But, you know, I don't write Home Assistant, I only use it. Okay, now what's next? We're trying to figure out the next thing, and here's the way I should have started out. Instead of guessing or looking at my thing, this is my web page from my video that shows exactly how to do it from a year ago. So here I have everything listed. Now when you're doing this, it'll, you know, there's a link to this in the description, or there's links to this in this video. But this one here, you got to make sure actions, you got to get those in the right order. Otherwise you start to have trouble trying to keep them straight. So I have them in the right order listed here. But the one we have to do next is conditions and condition. That's the last one that we need to do, that I need to change. So I'm going to find certain instances of the word condition, which is a top level key in the automations, like there. And I need to change that to conditions. So they're kind of following the same virtual syntax, right? We have triggers, which have a bunch of single trigger underneath it. You have actions, which have a bunch of single action underneath it. And you have conditions, which have a bunch of single condition underneath it. And each condition can have more conditions and stuff like that. But in this case, I'm going to find all of them that look like that one and change it to add an S. But notice that we're copying the colon and the return, so that'll help us find the word condition that's on a line by itself, because all the ones we want are on a line by itself. That one's on a line by itself, but we don't want it. but there are others that are not that way. So we're going to look at all the ones with a line by itself, and we're only going to change the ones that are the top key from condition to conditions. We're putting that into the Control H replace tool, and then I'm going to show you doing one, and then guess what we're going to do? What do you think? I think you figured it out already. We're going to do this one, click enter, and then we're going to go to the next one and fast forward 12x, and look at my head waggle, 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 waggle. All right, here's another one I wanted to show you. All right, and fast forward again. Bing, bang, boom, and we're all done. And guess what? Scripts don't have conditions. Not really. You can have them inside of a template, but I don't think I have any of those. So there we are. All the edits are done. So what I want to say here is, look back at my original video, and it has a much more tutorial how to do the actual syntax change here, and I think most of us have already actually done this. However, what I want you to see in this video was how you do edits kind of using GitHub. So you take your main repository, you branch it, you do your changes on the repository, and then the next time we have a video on blueprints, you'll see I'll have another branch and more other changes, and then we're going to merge them back together, and then we're going to put that into the master, and then we're going to release a new copy of the master. So give me a thumbs up if you think this is cool. There's things down below where you can help me out, PayPal, whatever, just buy me a coffee, all that stuff is down there. Give me some watch hours, that would be great. I could use watch hours. And you know, I really like doing videos for you guys. I know this one was a little late, but I had problems with this audio and it just got frustrated, so I left it sit for a week until I came back to do this. And guess what? This is the second time I redubbed the audio, so I'm having a lot of fun. It's you know, what am I gonna do? But anyway, what I want you to do is remember, if you are using new equipment, and in my case it was a new microphone, if you're using that, make sure you have a backup copy or two running so that when it dies, you don't have to go back and dub over it like this, because this is annoying. Bye.